Hello traders, this is a DAX recap video for Thursday, February the 21st, and it is going to be a really short one this time. This is the morning notes. I said in them that we are going to have many different news today, and also Deutsche Telekom and Henkel was reporting, but none of this news really had the potential to move the market today. It was, the possibility that something of this is going to move the market, but none of it moved it, and the most important thing was here, main zone of interest, this support, because this support is a ticket for bulls to get in on a long position on a pullback from above. And also a previous cash close was here dead in the middle of the zone. So obvious plan was for us to hit that zone with a long trade on a first test of the zone. And that was the first opportunity for us. This here would be a good short for us, but it happened in the pre-market pretty much like 10-15 minutes before the open. So if you have the ability to trade pre-market, that it was a good opportunity also for you with targeting this zone below or even here, because we are expecting that buyers are going to defend this and that the market could make a pullback to this zone. But nevertheless, that was the opportunity from the pre-market, and I'm, as you know, always more concentrated on the opportunities from the regular trading hours, and this was the first opportunity. And again, when you see market is going down, to fill the gap, so to test the previous cash close, also pre-market low was here at basically at the same point, 1 point of difference. So market is going, price is going toward the pre-market low, and more importantly to the cash close, to the previous cash close. And they bounced a few points off the top of the zone. That was the first test. So you are either in here on the top of the zone, or you're waiting here. In either case, you should get a feel, and also to know when the market stop several points above the previous cash close. It usually means it's going to test it. They are going to make this additional move to test the previous cash close, because what is the point of this drop if not to fill the gap? And usually when market just stops a few points from it, it usually means it's going to be touched like this or like this. So a few points below and then above. Now we got this first variant, just to touch it, and either from here or from here you're targeting this next zone and take like 25 or 30 points, and that's it for this trade. Later, when market touched the zone again, now this is the second test in the regular trading hours, and market already tested the same zone in pre-market. So now it is more discretionary and also not so mechanically to take this zone, especially on these later tests. Here this would be good also because market went swiftly below the previous cash close, and also a good move above it, so you could jump in here with your stop below the zone and take another trip to this middle zone. And today we should really be concentrated on the longs. Sure, you can take a risk here and shorting this middle zone, but this zone is really in the middle of the pre-market range, and now in hindsight you could say, wow, this is really easy. You just go like boom, 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 taking longs here, taking shorts here, and that's it. But you really you need to be really super experienced and trade like a Spider-Man to catch all of these moves. But what you can be and do for today is just to catch this first long, this first test of the zone, and then to observe and to decide if you are going to risk that same profit or not. Because 30 points of profit really isn't that much, and you will risk 20-25 points on other trades. So if you had a loser on the second trade, then you will be left just with a couple of points. So you should really consider where are you going to take those trades. And this here is also a signal that there is no serious sellers for now, because this was a warning sign for DAX. Testing, making lower highs while testing and lower lows while testing this zone, and yet it was it holded all of these attacks to the downside. S&P was also behaving strangely here, making some kind of bear flag on the zone that represents low from previous day. And usually when the S&P and the US indices, when they make the spring, like a false break of the yesterday low, it usually looks like this, like a whoop on the upside. So much faster than this. This is some kind of warning sign, and as I said, the market is extended here, but in the same time there are no serious sellers. Now we are going to observe the daily chart. As said in the previous video, this is very important. Are we going to see a daily close below 400 or not? If they are going to hold here, then the road to the upside is open. If they are going to poke below and poke and started to close below this, then they could go to the downside. And I think S&P was pretty much subdued today because it is the strongest index in the US. It has made this kind of move, a strong move above the daily to 200, close above, and it is balancing above, while Nasdaq is struggling on the daily 200 and Russell made a pullback from it. So they are dragging the S&P, and S&P can't go higher without them. And that is the situation on US indices, and we should be really open and tomorrow to see is this going to hold for tomorrow also, or maybe break. But for now, what is obvious is that the market is grinding higher, and that you really don't want to short this market, the market that is stubbornly grinding higher. So now the bulls have the upper hand, and this zone is going to be very important for tomorrow also. And the only thing that is 100 that you can rely on 100% is that you're going to get another morning notes from me tomorrow, and I wish you good day and good trading.